Hi Truthers, welcome back to my channel, Nutritious Lives and the Wellbeing Guinea Pig. Today is a spontaneous video off the cuff, impromptu video about our gut flora and our microbiome, our healthy bacteria in our gut, or not so healthy sometimes. So I just wanted to highlight to you, obviously we're into our winter season now, and this tends to be the season that we have infections and we visit the doctor, not me per se because I really don't, but we tend to have antibiotics more so around this time of year. So I just wanted to highlight to you that if that is the case and you've got any sort of infection and you go down that route of going to your GP to get antibiotics, firstly I want to say that really try and limit them if you can. I mean, as I say, you know, without going into any lecture mode at all, which I'm not going to do, I personally don't have antibiotics for anything. I choose to use DMSO instead, but that's just me. There's lots of other things, lots of natural stuff, but anyway, if you choose to go to the GP to request antibiotics for any infection, then you have to be aware that then you have nuked your gut bacteria, your microbiome. So firstly you need to understand that there's going to be a massive die-off. You've killed, you know, the majority of bacteria that potentially you could have built up a healthy bacteria for a good many years, and then having antibiotics, it just wipes all that out. So, but there are solutions, and this is why I'm doing this video. So what I would advise you to do, and to understand the importance of lots of different varieties of bacteria, like, you know, the colonies need to be vast. There's like thousands upon thousands of different type of bacteria, and just before I talk to you about how we can build that back up after a nuking, I want you to understand that there's no bacteria really that's a detrimental bacteria, even though we've been taught certain things like, you know, E. coli, Salmonella, you know, all these bacteria we've got this negative association with. But however, if our gut bacteria is very healthy, if we've got lots of different colonies of bacteria, then they've got their place, right? So I want you to understand this, and, you know, not look at any one bacteria as being bad, because when they work in conjunction with each other within the gut, they create this good, healthy immunity. So I just wanted to, I'm not going to go into massive detail again, it's just a highlight, and obviously you can research this yourself. But what I would advise, if you've done a course of antibiotics, I would advise you to then start getting prebiotics in your body. So say for example garlic, onions, you know, bananas, the list could go on of different prebiotics. And what this does is, this is the food in essence for the bacteria. So you need to make sure the food's in the gut to be able to, for these bacteria to start thriving again. And then you need to add in probiotics. So I would always advise, with regards to probiotics, I wouldn't advise, I mean I could, and I have done in the past, you know, the bottles of probiotics that you can buy from Holland & Barrett's or Amazon or wherever. But however, I wouldn't advise that, because most of the time the bacteria in those bottles are dead, and so you're actually in essence just putting dead bacteria into your body, and I think that's a bit fruitless, you know. So I would always say food first with everything. Even though I'm a supplementation advisor, I would always say food first. So then I would go for the probiotics like kimchi, you know, sauerkraut, the live yogurts, you know, that type of thing, kombucha. I would you know, have it from in its live form. I mean, majority of the time you'd need to keep them in the fridge to keep the bacteria alive, but I would go down that route, and I would sort of like set it as like a month to get these pre and probiotics into your body. And then as the bacteria starts growing in the body, then, you know, it'll start monopolizing itself. It'll start, you know, your body will naturally take over and produce more of these bacteria. But The other thing I wanted to say to you, especially in the winter months, and immunity is you know, it should be at the forefront of our mind in the winter, because you know we do tend to fall ill a lot. But I would advise, there's a certain bacteria which is really imperative for our immunity, and that's called Akkermansia. Now you can't put this bacteria into your body. It needs to be grown. So in effect, it needs to be grown from a prebiotic, but namely pomegranate juice or cranberry juice. But pomegranate juice is you know, it helps this Akkermansia to thrive quicker and to build quicker. So even though we need them to be vast, there are certain ones that are really key players for immunity, and Akkermansia is definitely one. So you know, especially for the winter months, just make sure you know, when you can, preferably unsweetened organic pomegranate juice. So I just wanted to highlight to you the importance of this, and not just having, you know, not just having these and thinking about prebiotics and probiotics when you've had antibiotics. Think of it in terms of, you know, it's just a healthy thing to do for your body. You know, it's another facet, it's another thing that I would work on with my client to make sure they're aware of this sort of stuff. Same as with the enzymes. You know, I always say, have my live food with my dead food. It's all part of it. So yeah, just a short one today, but a very important one. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and please like, subscribe, click the little bell icon, so when I upload videos they come straight to you. But have a wonderful day, and I will see you